Yo, what's good, YouTube family? It's your boy Kimoko here. So today is Monday, and I'm about to do a breakdown on NASDAQ and NZDUSD. Actually, last week I didn't take any profit because I'm actually in, you know, one of huge drawdowns I've ever been in when it comes to like being in like the funded stages. But nonetheless, like it's something that I can come back from. I don't know. In as much as I preach risk management and actually staying patient and following the plan. But sometimes, like I'm human too, like I let my emotions get the best of me, and I do like stupid things. Uh but those stupid things that I end up doing is unfortunate that you have to pay with actual money. But we can never beat ourselves up for doing certain mistakes because yeah, we have to learn, right? By the way, this is one of the new profiles that I've launched, of whichever like they're having accounts that are much cheaper and affordable to anyone to use. So I'll leave the link to this video. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So yeah, actually on NASDAQ last week I had something like this, but then that's the thing. One thing that annoys me the most is that I have certain setups that are a what do you call them, like A plus setups, yeah, A plus setups, whereby I had to take an entry, but I didn't take an entry. I actually took losses from certain pairs, and yeah, man, it is what it is, right? But can't have that mentality until forever. So at this point, we had liquidity that was taken out because the market didn't buy food to the upside, and then you had a break of structure whereby the market continued like with sales. So this was a break of structure, and placing my Fibonacci at this point to this point, that's when we had that entry, of which I didn't enter. Again, I'm still gonna say I didn't enter, right? So using my Fibonacci tool, this is where my entry is supposed to be and my stop loss is supposed to be, because my setup was like this and this is my take profit. So you see it's a 1 2 3, right? Probably like I didn't put this thing like perfectly, hence it says 3,03, but it's supposed to be 3,0 exactly. But yeah, something like this. And if you look into this like properly, we are having a supply zone that was mitigated by NASDAQ. So this shows that NASDAQ really respects supply zones and demand zones perfectly. If not perfectly, then I don't know. So again, yes, I had to remove this one. I just want to keep my chart clean, right? Actually, let me remove everything. You saw what happened on that one the previous week, and we had like a continuation of sales, of which it caused break of structure. Currently at this moment I can still enter sales, but I don't want to enter sales this time around. Yes, I'm still gonna enter sales, but not here, because like I said, Nasdaq respects supplies and demand zones. So I'm just gonna go here, right? Actually, when I come here, I'm risking 2% on one account and 1% on the other account, because like the two different account sizes. Actually, it's almost 2%, and the other one is 1% straight up. So we had like a supply zone. This is a same extreme supply zone, and at the same time, we have what you call here the imbalance that is actually filled up by by price right here, and this is our low. So if I had to enter off like my fair value gap, not fair value gap, my bad, sorry, I don't trade ICT. If I had to enter off like my Fibonacci tool, this is where I should have entered, right? I could have entered at this point immediately, or I can still enter at that point, but I don't want to do that. Reason being because I have this other account that I'm trying to pass also from Athena Edge. I'm on second phase, and NASDAQ on its own, damn, and doesn't move like the same way as it moves on certain prop firms, right? So let's say this is supposed to be our entry, can be our entry at this point, right? And also, this is where I'm actually planning to take my entry. If you see these dotted lines, it means like I'm having an alert set up for me so that I can get a notification to check my charts, right? Because these days mostly I'm on the streets and I'm barely in the house, hence like I don't drop like YouTube videos that much. And if you can check from my Telegram channel, of which like there's a link on my description, I barely like post like setups in there because I'm no longer active that much. But yes, I do pay attention to my Discord channel here and there, and I make sure that I'm active. But uh, my Telegram is not like top priority. So this one is more like 7 to 45 RR. So basically, if I risk $100 US, I'm gonna make $745 US on each account, right? So yeah, this is why I'm saying I'm not gonna enter off this, 75% zone, because price even might even play out before going to the same direction that I'm planning to hold on to. And this is also liquidity that I was taking out. So you see what I'm talking about, right? Okay, heavy liquidity. Then let me go to um I said NZDUSD, right? Yeah. So NZDUSD, I'm just gonna remove. No, I'm not gonna remove anything. Let me just explain from the top. So also here I have an alert, uh, um, but then I can say this is my supply zone. I'm not gonna take a supply zone because risk wise it doesn't make sense to me if you look into this. And please guys, don't mind whatever that is happening at the background because like I had flu for the past few weeks, but I'm actually recovering right now, and I've been sneezing a lot because I have like sinus problems, but it's fine. But yeah, you see, if I take from this supply zone, is gonna be like 2 to 2,17 RR, and this means like if I'm risking 100 USD, I'm making 200. For me, it doesn't make sense. I'd rather risk 100 to make 300. In that way, it means like my risk ratio is fixed, because if I can lose 5 trades, I'm gonna lose 500 USD. And if I make out of 10 trades, if I hit take profit on 5 and I lose 5, basically I'm making like 1,500 USD, losing 500. So basically I'm making 1,000, in a month. So I'm gonna be up in a way. So yeah, this is basically what I'm looking forward to be having. And in most cases, NZDUSD moves quite a lot, I think, in Asian session before London session. So this is what I'm looking forward to having. And yeah, hopefully it will go my way. And even if it doesn't, still okay, man. I'm just like trading my setups and leaving everything as it is. So yeah, this I'm just gonna leave my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment if you have anything to add on to. And yeah, man, this is actually a fair value gap imbalance, but I don't really like that. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. And okay, let me just make this red so that it shows it's a priority. I don't know what happened in gold. Not German deity. Oh, okay. This one I'm actually late on German deity, right? If you look into German deity, I'm actually late. I should have had this set up here on Sunday, but I was not on the charts because I had like other priorities to focus on. But yeah, USDT is similar to NASDAQ also. So we had like this is, I'm gonna say, it's liquidity, not bigger structure. But yeah, also we have a supply zone here. But I'm not a big fan of USDT, so I'm just gonna leave it like this also. So I'm just gonna leave it there. But yeah, here's a setup. Here's a setup for USDT. Disclaimer, I'm not trading this. I'm just saying it looks similar to NASDAQ, but I'm not a big fan of USDT, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. And if you look into this is like equal highs or liquidity inducement, whatever is happening. But yeah, this has been my favorite lately. If you look into that setup that I had last week, I said gold is gonna be moving this manner, but I actually took profits on gold, even though I exited early because I think I entered at this point and I was out by this point. So yeah, gold is still playing around, man. I don't know if this supply zone on the daily time frame will prohibit like the movement of price going to the upside, but yeah, gold is still uh still going up. That one I'm sure of. So yeah, guys, my mic is down here. I'm just gonna upload this video series and not add any sound effects because it's late at night and it's actually quiet. So yeah, I won't edit this video. I'm just gonna make it raw as it is. See you in the next video.